Thank you for those kind words, Mrs. Gray, and as you as well, Josh. I would like to second Josh in welcoming the board members, administration, faculty, parents, and fellow graduates. Congratulations, class of 2017. We made it. Thank God we made it. On behalf of the class of 2017, I want to thank Pastor Giese for his vision, leadership, and commitment, and to thank him for creating the opportunity for us to be a part of such a unique academy. Many years ago, he expressed the idea that he considered educating youths a sacred trust, which he has clearly demonstrated. I'd also like to thank Mrs. Shilgren for the countless hours she put into the school. She was the major deciding factor for my parents in choosing this school in 2007, even though there were temporary walls in the sanctuary and an old Burger King playground in the field. I would also like to thank Dr. Slemmer for his contributions this past year. We are excited to have him join the Leading Edge family and look forward to seeing more of the leadership he brings. I want to express our deepest gratitude to those who have helped make us the people that we are today, our teachers. Mr. Milat, thank you for teaching us how to search and find information for ourselves and to never assume anything. Señora Javahirian, also known as Miss J, muchas gracias por enseñarnos español y por creer en nosotros. And for those of you who have not had the pleasure of taking her class, I said thanks for the snacks. Mr. Gray, thank you for going above and beyond in your quest to making the best sporting program in the state. Coming from that slippery outdoor concrete basketball court with a bent rim to the facilities and excellent coaching staff we have today can only be attributed to the incalculable hours away from his family. Thank you. Thank you for all your words of wisdom over the years, as I have had the privilege of being the self-appointed assistant athletic director. I don't know if Ms. Foster's here tonight. I was going to make a crack at her, but Ms. Gray crossed that off. So, on to Mrs. Gray. Over the next couple of years, I'll be looking at Barnes & Noble for the book that you're going to write. Thank you for showing us your genuine love and concern that you have for us, and that we can hopefully portray to others in the years to come. And a special thank you for all your help in launching my college opportunity. Mrs. Smith, thank you for struggling through 3 years of first hour with us and enduring through Algebra 1, even on the days where you forgot your coffee. For the sake of your future students, please don't forget your 2 cups before class starts. Ms. Sleezer, thank you for teaching us how to write effectively and for teaching Jaden that there are more words in the English language than chicken. Also, thank you for opening the Miss Sleezer Writing Center and editing a myriad of papers without expecting anything in return. Mrs. Lee, thank you for letting Josh and I beat you in cards and for showing us that C squared really does equal A squared plus B squared, even though I don't know when I'm going to use that in my life. Mrs. Bradley, thank you for teaching us, in the words of Bob Ross, that there are no mistakes, rather happy little accidents. I would also like to thank you for the many hours of Spartan Games setup, cleanup, and scoring, as it will be one of my greatest memories here. Mrs. Lindstrom, thank you for allowing a guy like me with a voice like this to participate in High School Musical, with a solo, by the way, as well as The Wizard of Oz. I might as well have been on Broadway. Mrs. Shrimp, all I can say is, thanks, Mom. And I told you so. A 17-foot Eiffel Tower replica would not fit in a room with a 15-foot tall ceiling. I learned that one from Miss Lee. And finally, Coach Looning. I've had the pleasure of playing basketball for you for 3 years, learning from you, and looking up to you. It was tough for all of us to see you leave, and I hope you know that you have our utmost respect and that you are a major role model in my life and others. I know that for some of us, you are like a second father, and for others, a friend. Although personally, I did not have the opportunity to attend Miss Moskal, Mr. Peebles, or officially be on the roster for Coach Basham's PE class, I would like to thank you for being an integral part in many of our lives. I believe that these teachers were hand-chosen by God to be a part of this rare school, and it has been a privilege to learn from each and every one of you, not only teaching us your subject of expertise, but for teaching us what men and women of character look like. I would also like to thank all our parents who have shaped and molded us into who we are today. Without your love and support, we would not be on this stage tonight. Thank you for loving us unconditionally, for motivating and inspiring us, and most importantly, being our mobile ATM. Class of 2017, congratulations again. We made it. But that although tonight is a night celebrating our previous accomplishments, it is also a night filled with anticipation of the adventure ahead. I want to share with you a story by Bruce Barton about the key to life and living. There are 2 seas in Palestine. One is fresh and fish are in it. Trees spread their branches over it and stretch out their roots to soak up the water. The Jordan River flows into this body of water from the hills. Men build their houses near it and birds their nests, and every kind of life is happier because it is there. The Jordan River also flows into another sea. Here there is no splash of fish, no fluttering leaf, no song of birds, and no children's laughter. Travelers choose another route unless on urgent business. The air hangs heavy above its water, and no living animal will dare drink from it. What makes this mighty difference in these neighboring seas? Not the Jordan River. It empties the same good water into both. Not the soil in which they lie, and not in the country around them. This is the difference. The Sea of Galilee receives but does not keep the water from the Jordan. For every drop that flows into it, another drop flows out. The giving and receiving go on in equal measure. The other sea is shrewder, hoarding its income jealously. Every drop it gets, it keeps. The Sea of Galilee gives and lives. This other sea gives nothing, and it is named dead. There are 2 kinds of people in this world. There are 2 seas in Palestine. Class of 2017, my hope is that we all strive to be like the Sea of Galilee. My final words to my beloved classmates. A wise person once said, live simply, love generously, care deeply, speak kindly, and leave the rest to God. Work like you don't need money, love like you've never been hurt, dance like nobody's watching, sing like nobody's listening, and live like it's heaven on earth. Thank you, and God bless.